see if Anarchist Pineapple wants to come on. Well, it's gonna be a slow start. See if anybody in general answered. Wonder. Will nobody enter? Well, I guess it's just me until someone does enter. Oh, I'm going to bookmark this. Get back to it later. Been job seeking. Just do that. I don't know. Look on Twitter. What good memes would be seen on my Twitter? Yep, look at all them sheeples. All them sheeples. Gosh. Is that Chelsea Manning? Oh, I guess I will do the entertaining. It sucks that there's no YouTube audience to entertain. So I'll be entertaining myself and to you who's watching. Describe this in one word. Okay, for anyone who comments under this video, how would you describe this picture in one word? I think for me it would be totalitarianism or Orwellian. It's just something about in this illustration here, there's the police state and everyone and the people visiting this whatever it is watching the televisions and there are soldiers gunning down people in foreign countries and perpetual warmongering. Yep, the McGass. Wolves don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. True. Yeah, I got that picture. I don't speak brainwashed. Okay. Whatever. Feminists. Yep. True. Yep. Mary Sue character. Mary Sue. Because each person in reality has their own flaws. Someone that has no weaknesses, no flaws. Wouldn't that be a flaw? Everyone has their own flaws, their own quirks. Everyone is most people, if not, yeah, many people are different, have their own differences, their own opinions, their own ways of thinking, their own ways of remembering things, their own ways of doing things. Yep. Mass hypnosis or collective psychosis. Knowing the truth, seeing the truth, but still believing a lie. Yeah. Chick General. look, dark matter. That's so strange. Scary. I'll look into that later. That anti-capitalist or anti-authoritarian. Aw, so cute. I love black cats. Black cats. I'm a fan of them. I'm a fan of all cats, but black cats are definitely one of my favorites. Because I had a few black cats growing up. And they all loved me. I loved them. Who cares, right? Emasculation being done to all males is all part of a sinister plan. Yep, take the strongest members and pussify them. Yeah, I don't like feminism. I don't want to be stuck up towards the opposite sex. I don't want to impose my values onto men. And just take a look at third wave feminism. I've seen glances of it. Ugh. I'm just not gonna be a feminist. Nope. Yeah, a little bit like him. Tom Woods. Tom Woods. So true about the Fed. So true. And the Federal Reserve. Would that actually be an actual TV show one day? Somalia. Yeah, one of the most statist places in the world. It's not libertarian. What the fuck? Yeah. Oh gosh. Ugh. Not got a notification. What notification did I get? I will look. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Spontaneous order. I might read that book. I need to learn more about spontaneous order. Chimpanzee. think it's time to stop following her. Food for thought. Oh, let's look at the memes on SS server. Ew. Mr. Conservatarian. Gaming stuff. Oh, nice. I like. It looks cool. It's hearts and sparkles. One is the loneliest number.
You said the rules with you to follow. You say be nice, then you're cruel. You say be good and you are bad. I am confused. Do as you say or shut up. You have no integrity.
Oh, I've seen that one before.
Do as you say or shut up and leave me alone. Hypocrisy, the world is full of hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is what we have. Philosophy, the world is one of philosophy. Hypocrisy needs to go.
Riffin isn't on. Oh, let's see a bit more before moving to something else. Sharing fake news long before social media. Sharing myths, mythologies. god. Don't eat Tide Pods. Don't eat them. Why do people do stupid things like that? Why do people eat detergent soap? Why? And why do something so harmful as the boiling water challenge? Why? Hello? Hey.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sort of.
When will the stream start?
It's already started.
Huh?
It's already
Not
started.
it's not via Hangout today?
Well, I can't do at the actual live stream with Google Hangouts because I still have that community strike.
Wait, you have a community strike?
Yeah. I can't
How?
because I have a community strike on my channel. I can't do actual live streaming, so I have to go the open broadcasting software route. And the strike will be lifted towards the end of May.
Wait a minute. How did you get that strike?
How'd I get it? I mirrored Esso's video on questioning the mainstream narrative.
Oh. Yeah, kinda saw that coming. Do you have it as a video file?
Well, I've got previous the previous ones. When I finish recording them, and then I do some editing, and then I upload. That's how I've done the past two webisodes of AncapistaniLounge.
No, I mean, do you have Iso's original video that you got these right?
Yeah, I still have the original video on my BitChute account.
Can you send me the video file?
Well, I could link you to it.
No, I have problems downloading from BitChute.
Oh. I think I still have the video file. Would you be able to download from Google Drive?
Yes.
Okay, I will upload it on Google Drive after this episode is over.
Okay.
Yeah, because I started it a little while ago and I was waiting for you, so I've gone through my Twitter feed for memes, good memes.
So, who else will be in this?
I don't know. I think Koi Monster might join, but sometime later on. I think she's doing something it's like from 10 to 3 Eastern time, I suppose. So she'll be right now. It's over here. It's 2:39 p.m. So, might be past 3:30 or close to 4 o'clock is when she might be able to come on. So until then, I know it's just you and me. I don't know. Maybe Darth Revan might join. I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I got carried away.
Oh.
Yeah, I am writing on the script for my video in the background.
Yeah, what's the topic again?
The current situation regarding hate speech in Germany, or better, regarding censorship.
Ah. Yeah, that should be a good video.
Yeah, as well, it will be if I get help with cutting, because it could take quite a while, because my best friend is a bit lazy,
Hmm.
and I am really not good with computers. But well, I didn't think it's that easy to get striked on YouTube.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. They've
it
become
got
so tight-assed in the increasing of censorship and the policing on there now. So I've decided to do just live stream related stuff on YouTube and just move all my other content to BitChute.
yeah. The thing is, with, or at least what I have, as far as I have noticed it, is that the extreme amount of censorship is only, it just only happened like half a year ago from now.
Yeah,
I and that's a pretty recent and extreme change. So that doesn't look good. If that trend continues, we are pretty much screwed, because you know how big YouTube is as a company, and
yeah,
what extreme market, which extreme part of the market they just have. Like, they are pretty much what could be considered a monopoly.
yep, yep. And they're catering to mainstream media. There's that feature called YouTube TV.
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's one of the recent features for YouTube, other than the YouTube Red, which has that free trial and you pay to watch more stuff on that. And there's the YouTube TV, and there's like a free trial on that. And there's mainstream networks that you could watch.
So it's basically a at once on one side it's like a try by YouTube to generate some more money, and on the other side it's spreading propaganda.
Yeah.
Wow, like how subtle and stuff.
Yeah, YouTube is slowly taking the U out of YouTube.
Me too.
Yeah, or them tube. Or boo tube.
I just had a thought, but I lost it, and it was a pretty interesting one.
Aw,
Damn it. Do you know these situations when you know you just had a great idea and then you lost it?
yeah. Yeah, that sometimes happens for me too. And
God damn it.
sometimes the best ideas just come out of nowhere and you don't want to let it slip and like, oh, I gotta write this down.
Well, I most of the times I don't get to write them down, because when I got a piece of paper or my notes app open,
Yeah.
well, then I already forgot it.
Boom Kid is on, so I'm wondering if he'd like to join us, so I'm sending him a message now.
Okay. Oh, do you remember that YouTube Heroes bullshit?
Oh yeah, which really should have been called YouTube Snitches or
I've
YouTube
not heard
Zeros.
of it again. I've not heard of it again. Did it flop as hard as I expected it to?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's hilarious how YouTube tries to smuggle in some kind of policy to control their community, and everyone instantly notices it.
Yeah.
I mean, um, every single dictatorship was better in installing a kind of, you know, secret police or something. And
Yeah.
YouTube, as a website with incredible funds and resources,
Yeah.
isn't capable of doing a good or at least a subtle thing to control their community. Like, who does manage their actions? Is it some kind of retard or something? Like, oh god. Sorry, I just got a bit angry.
Oh, I think that it's beneficial to see it being put out there in the open now. And it's that it's easy to notice, and it might not live long enough. It might just end up uh, ditching that policy. And the good thing about the market forces is that because of this increasing of police censorship and harsher the policies, there have been the other websites set up, such as BitChute and DTube and some others.
Yes, sure, but the problem is that with the intervention of governments like it is at the moment, these platforms have a pretty hard time in growing. They are way slower than YouTube was when it just started out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, vid.me. Yeah, that didn't last for very long.
I mean, it looks relatively good for BitChute that far, and also for DTube, but I still don't think they are able to, overtake YouTube at least in the next few years.
Yeah.
Because if Google gets pissed off by them enough, they will just disable or make it impossible to look them up with their search
make
engine.
them harder to find.
And since Google itself is always at about 70% of the market when it comes to browsers, I think it would work if they just disable searching for them. And it's not the first time that they did something like that, like with the word gun that one time.
The word what?
They disabled the word gun.
They did.
In Germany.
Wow.
For one day. I don't know, I think it was some peace day or some shit like that, and they disabled the looking up the word gun. So yeah, you can expect that they would do something like that if they think it is necessary.
What? Boom Kid can't come back?
Huh?
He said he's not in the Ancapistani server anymore, and he says it's locked. I'm asking if he was banned.
Why should he be?
Huh? No, Boom Kid, he's not in the my Discord Discord
Okay.
server.
Why can't he join though?
He says it's locked.
Yeah, because he isn't in any of the two roles that can access it. You probably have to give him the voluntarist, I think. Maybe then it would work.
Oh. Hold on. Let's see. Boom Kid. I don't see him on the list of users. I can't move him over.
Wait a sec.
Okay. Use the tag at everyone. Oh, we have to move to general. I don't know. Hold on.
Oh, by the way, the at everyone tag is disabled.
Oh, that's right. Not a, yeah, that's right. Because I edited that, so okay. All right. Never mind. Hold on. I don't see him on the list of users.
Wait, I thought you said I should move over to the other channel.
Yeah, hold on. Okay. I'm going to ask him if he's in the server, because I don't see him anywhere in the list of users. Let me check it. Hold on. There.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
I figured it out.
What was wrong?
Well, I was trying to figure out how to move Boom Kid in. Oh, I forgot to give him a roll. There you go.
I haven't been doing much lately.
Yep, so, Boom Kid, to get you up to speed, we were talking about, what was it, YouTube and Google, something about, oh, you mentioned that, you're and on Germany that Google bans the word gun.
Well, it
That
was
was on
only
in
for a
unsearchable.
day or so.
A day, yeah.
What's a ban the word gun?
Yeah.
Well, they disabled
They first ban the word ban.
they disabled their search engine from showing up
Oh, I
search.
get offended from guns.
What?
They think that guns kill people, but that's just a plain out lie.
Yeah, guns themselves, they don't kill, the guns don't kill by themselves.
Well, if they could, that would give some pretty interesting possibility.
Yeah. Guns don't fire themselves.
So this kid in my class, I'm not gonna say his name. No. I said, "Hey, do guns kill people?" He said, "Yes." And I said, "No, they don't." I mean, he just says, "Well, what if it has a string and you pull it?" Well, then I said, "Well, that's still you killing that person with the gun." How funny can this be?
Yeah, and Anarchist Pineapple here was one of the last to know about what happened to me on YouTube, and so I gave him the update on that.
Yeah, I am behind on a lot of.
Oh, you know about Esoteric Entity's new channel, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and I think I still have the copy of Esso's video that I uploaded onto BitChute. So I will send you the video through Google Drive. But if you upload that on your channel, you might get a community strike. So I suggest that you don't.
I think I'll make a secondary one.
Yeah, very sad how he lost his channel.
What?
Very sad how Esso lost his channel.
Yep. Yep, and he's had to build up his number of subscribers and views. He's had to build up on that again.
Do you see his popularity right now? He used to be at 100 subscribers when he went to his alternate account.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm slowly building up on subscribers. It's either once every week or every other week I get a new subscriber. So I think it's up to 247 subscribers now.
Yeah, I'm not going back on Hangouts.
You're not?
No, I'm looking like Mr. Sheep over there.
You still
Yeah,
gonna debate with sheep?
what? I want to debate him still.
Have you went over that with him?
Not yet. He's not active often.
Oh, probably because of
Often.
school or something.
Thanks for teaching me socialism. I really needed that.
Well, I taught you some basic stuff.
Yeah.
I found out from this buddy of mine who is into socialism. Well, he has this negative connotation about, quote, the profit motive. And he has this claim that in capitalism you can't really be cooperative and competitive, but in socialism you can, and that's just not true.
Wait a minute. What? You can be cooperative, right? Like, yeah, you can be cooperative.
And competitive.
In socialism, you can't do that at all.
No.
Because the government makes your jobs anyway.
Yeah. And, well, governments don't really create jobs, but, and they don't really serve, within their services, because over here, at local government establishments here in Southern Maryland, there's nothing like being served by being blocked off. I say that from my experience and how long it took me to get what I needed so I could be able to apply for part-time work.
I don't know how. And then you got communists, like Sinable saying that communism fights for human rights. No.
No.
They're We're seeing those Jews back in the USSR when it was split between the fascists and the communists.
So what did you think to have as the main topic of this stream?
Oh, the main topic. I was thinking about that part about the social argument that about this profit motive. I will read over some of what was said of this young person. We've had like civil debates. It hasn't like gotten nasty or anything. So he's a socialist, quote, anarchist or something like that. And he's like and he has like said stuff in support of like social democratic policies in the workplace, and he seeks to embrace the mutualist ideology. And let's see here.
Never heard of.
Never heard of mutualism? It's another part of, well, I think it's like, I think another name for mutualism is market socialism.
Hey, Marianne.
Yeah.
Can you make me on the cool capitalist kids?
Sure, I can give you that role.
Thanks. Socialism, like, they think that capitalism creates poverty.
Yeah.
That's simply not true.
It's not. Thought Slime has done a new video called Capitalist Entitlement and argued against what was said about capitalism lifting people out of poverty. Alright, I'm gonna go over what he said here. Something about... It was something that my dad and I discussed earlier today. What was it? My last reply. Oh gosh. Alright. Here we go. When he was like talking about democracy in the workplace, it was saying that the needs of the people are better fulfilled as a majority because the majority certainly knows its needs and limits and rules by numbers and not weapons, which a minority would need to in order to rule over a majority and its basis, which makes the majority more dependent on the biggest part of people. While if a minority rules, they most likely do not need to fulfill the needs of the majority at best, while the majority does because it's more dependent on the biggest part of the population rather than the smallest. So majority making decisions is usually better than minority, not always, but it's the safest and the best at meeting needs in a workplace for reasons he said.
Oh, that's pure appeal to popularity.
Yeah, appeal to popularity. And he says, he adds, let's say 51% versus 49%, so majority making decisions are safest and best at fulfilling most, if not all, in a workplace or a small community or whatever, not always leading to good stuff, but it's more trustworthy than minority rule for the reasons he said, plus the wages.
Marianne.
Yeah.
What is crony capitalism?
Crony capitalism is accurately close to describing what corporatism is. What do you know about corporatism?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I can not join the stream for too long today.
So, corporatism, I think what it is like what, like a big, government splits up in like different groups, or it's either like they split up and like the other groups come in the big group.
No, that's not quite what corporatism is. It's when a very large company, a corporation, is protected by government policies, and it makes it harder for smaller business to compete with them.
Huh.
Yeah.
But when corporatism destroys small businesses too, and they try to compete?
it makes it harder for smaller businesses to really move up, because these corporations, they lobby to government to.
Hello, Blane.
Hello, Boom Kid 3XD, the ANCAP.
Yeah.
Hello, and stuff.
Hey,
Hi,
Blane.
So what are we talking about? Hey,
I was just helping him understand corporatism.
Oh Oh no, because you're talking about corporatocracy. I think
Yeah.
there's a slight difference.
What's the difference?
Because corporatism is when the government and the corporations merge and form a kind of fascistic, totalitarian kind of state. It's based on the fascist model in which the state inseminates itself into all these corporations and de facto owns them. However, with corporatocracy, it's the other way around. So, like when many ANCAPs say the government is a corporatist, they really mean it's a corporatocracy since it's run by corporations
Yeah.
who lobby the government for
And the
excessive
government
regulations and
is
stuff.
the corporation that has the monopoly on force.
Marianne, I've been hearing a lot about anarcho-pacifism.
Yeah. So, what have you been hearing about it?
Someone makes a huge amount of echo.
Oh yeah, probably me. Just hold on for a second. Better?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Speaking of monopoly and oligopoly, I'm actually writing a speech right now. It's called The Great Oligopoly.
Interesting. How's that going?
It's about the... Huh?
How's that going? What is it that about?
Oh, it's about the international community, since, the UN is essentially one large oligopoly.
Yes, true.
Yeah, I've also got a few speeches denouncing the international elements.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what I was going over was something that this person that I've been debating with for a while, young this young man, 15-year-old from Greece, and he's sounds like he's advocating democracy in the workplace and stuff like that, and worker co-ops, and
Huh.
market socialism.
Well, the thing is, though,
basically.
those worker co-ops, if they can survive in the free market, there's no reason why they shouldn't be encouraged or whatever. So, meh.
Yeah, and he was going over. Well, there's such a negative connotation that he holds towards what he calls the profit motive, and he claims that being cooperative and competitive is not possible in capitalism.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says. What was it? Oh, in a competitive place, with like on the boss's end. It's that in a competitive place, it's not wise to put more interest in the workers.
what the hell?
Yeah.
I can't understand anything.
And it's too echoey.
Not at
Oh, I can
all.
try and fix that. Better?
Hold on. Ugh.
What?
It's still a little echoey.
Oh, well, I can't fix it then.
Alright. We'll make do. Alright, so. Let's see at the start of this argument here. Oh, right here. About when a boss puts more interest in the cost of production, he loses profit, and wages are lowered again, he says. When wages have more interest in them, they increase over the cost of production and profit of the owner. In a competitive place, it's not wise to put more interest in the workers, since someone who doesn't would have more money spent on profit and cost of production, which would put them at an advantage. So there are two places left to put more interest on: cost of production and profit. And he says, let's examine them now. If we put more interest into the cost of production, including wages, in which he had then he had put more interest into the cost of production, then the profit becomes less, and the wages too. More cost production does not equal more profit, since it's all based on marketing. And he lists Apple, for an example, has low quality products and low costs of production while being rich as hell and having people rage over their overpriced products. People don't buy iPhones for the quality of them or whatever, because they'd sell shit if it was from that. So putting money on machines and resources and the cost of production he was referring to wouldn't create the most money for you and determine your win, which is why most interest goes into profit, since it's the most important and benefiting for the owner. Since everything is run through the decisions of the owner, it runs on his interest, therefore profit. Which is why he guessed capitalism is said to have its main motive as profit. And he says the interests of the boss conflict the interests of the workers, which are higher wages, better conditions, etc., etc. So the boss sometimes have to fulfill some of them to some degree, but that degree varies. People need money, so some of them will work even when they have less than they want. Example, sweatshops. Or to a boss with way more than its workers will satisfying to a bigger degree than sweatshops like Bill Gates makes. Now, if the company is going good and becomes more profitable over time and the workers still work, even in like a sweatshop situation, there isn't much point in increasing wages. Instead, your profit increases. Which is why people end with way more cash than they need, like Bill Gates, while wages are way lower than they could be. And he's talking about having an advantage of having way more than your workers, exploitation argument. Be somewhat calm about the competition. You've thought tactics, etc. You fight the enemy company. Your goal is to put it at a disadvantage. Perhaps it's better to make it go bankrupt. He's implying that capitalism is economic bullying or something like that. Democracy in a workplace, that would be economic bullying.
So what do you guys think about what I've got so far? About this speech, The Great Oligopoly? The international community is nothing more than a group of powerful oligopolists, people who want virtual oligopolies on every action capable by humanity, only limited in what they can do by the people's willingness to put up with it. The struggle between the peoples of the United States and the world is being nurtured by very small, interested parties. It is a small, despicable international clique that turns the peoples of the world against each other.
Sounds good.
Yay.
Hey Todd. Pigeon Man.
I've been here for a while.
Todd.
Is Mr. Sheep on Discord?
I don't know. Gonna have to ask him.
I'm gonna try to call Tom up right quick, and I'll come right in.
Well, I suppose I wouldn't mind if Mr. Sheep came here. He's okay. Not exactly ANCAP.
This speech is going pretty well.
That's good.
Yeah, I've already written like 4 or 5 of them already.
By the way, has anyone got any topics for speeches? I've already done the international community and corporatism and Islam. Those are the 3 ones I've done so far.
Well, I was going over this topic of a socialist, most socialists having this negative connotation over profit, which is financial gain.
Huh.
I was talking about I was thinking more broad, general topics.
Oh, more general stuff. No.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I guess it's just open discussion.
Huh?
It could be just open discussion.
I don't think that would be a very good topic for a speech.
Oh, you're talking about something for your speech.
Yeah.
Oh. So this is concerning the UN, right?
Yeah, this speech is concerning the UN.
But I'm just talking about I'm already writing one of these, so I need a different topic for my next speech.
Have you ever looked at the philosophy and purpose of the philosophy and purpose by not Aldous Huxley, but it was another Huxley. It's UNESCO's philosophy and purpose. Have you ever looked at that paper? That document?
No, I've never even heard of it.
Well, you might want to. And mention it. Because it's a.
Actually, I think I might have heard of it. I haven't actually read it there.
I recommend you do.
Yeah, I'll make sure of that.
It's a very collectivist document.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now that has piqued my interest. I shall go and investigate that further.
Yeah. It definitely reeks of control freak. From what I've read of it.
Who's against gun control here? Is it like everyone?
Gun control in the U.S.?
Yeah.
The strictest state that has the strictest gun control is California.
Yes. 1,000 laws on guns. 22,000 laws on guns. Already.
That's quite a lot of law.
All those poor lawyers.
I guess I could bring it back up. I think I bookmarked something. New tab.
Marianne, what is Marxism?
I'm
Well,
sorry,
Marxism.
What is Marxism?
Well, Marxism, as laid down by Marx, is an anarchistic philosophy, ideology in which everyone just, for some reason, stops thinking about themselves and only thinks about their fellow man.
Yeah, it's collectivism.
Yeah, no, but it's also anarchic in its nature, since it requires no government.
Well,
It
Marx,
mandates itself.
in the Communist Manifesto, Marx did advocate for central planning in the hands of the state.
Yeah, no, he advocated for the creation of a new system within the framework of the old, and the goal would be the eventual abolishment of the state, and everyone just not going to capitalism, and everyone relying on their fellow man, because self-interest doesn't exist, right?
Yeah.
The ideology relies on everyone,
Yeah.
literally everyone, not caring about
Can you
themselves and
repeat
only
because
caring about
Blane,
someone
your kind
else.
of mic is
It's stupid.
this.
Yeah, it is stupid.
I think even
Like,
ants
if you
have
care
like
for like if you don't care for some, if you don't care about yourself, then how would you care about anyone else? Because it always starts with yourself.
Oh no, because things though, it would be that one does still care for themselves. However, they care for the collective above all.
Yeah.
It's like imagine this state. Imagine the ideology of statism, in which many people still care for themselves. However,
Yeah.
they're willing to put their life on the line, and many of them are even willing to die to protect the collective, like ants.
Yeah. And well, and the thing about ants though is they have no sense of self. None.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how I learned and figured that out. I read about it in this book series called Animorphs. And book 5, the main characters. Well, have you ever heard of this book series?
No, not at all.
Okay, well, it's a sci-fi action adventure that's by K.A. Applegate. And there's these teenagers that they met this dying alien who was warning them about this parasitic evil species. And he gave them this advanced biotechnology. Like any animal they could touch, they could actually become that animal. So in book 5, the kids they morph into ants, and they discover the horror of having no sense of self.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is what I've got up to so far. I've gone to like a paragraph now. The international community is nothing more than a group of powerful oligopolists, people who hold virtual oligopolies on every action capable by humanity, only limited in what they can do by the people's willingness to put up with it. The struggle between the peoples of the United States and the world is being nurtured by very small, interested parties. It is a small, despicable international clique which turns the peoples of the world against one another, which does not wish for them to have peace. It is the people who are in every city, in every country, in every state, in Paris, Berlin, in New York, in Prague, London. They feel at home everywhere because they are everywhere. They and their agents are, and that's all I've got.
So, Marianne, are we live?
No, this is a recording.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I got that community strike.
Blane, goddammit. Please, just switch to push to talk.
Wait, what?
If
I
you
needed
switch, then you push a button to speak. And echo because your computer can't hear itself.
I did not hear any of that. It was all really garbled, but however, all I heard was push to talk, so I'm just going to go.
Well, I could change it to push to talk.
No need.
Okay.
Now it's better.
Okay. So how are you doing, Todd?
I'm doing fine. I'm gonna camp out.
Oh, you're camping?
Yeah, I just got done with it like a few hours ago.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Was it the scouts, or was it camping with family?
It's really the only time I was scout.
What's going on, Boom Kid?
The left is so hypocritical.
Yeah. And they are
You can all
rather...
figure that out.
Yeah. But they're not very critical thinkers, though.
They wanna ban the word man.
Oh, feminists.
What?
Yeah, they want to ban the word man.
Are you fucking joking?
Oh my god. Just please tell me now that this cancer is unbearable.
No, I need to know if this is a fucking joke.
No, I'm not joking.
Yeah, I've heard about that. That's crazy.
My lord. America needs me now more than ever.
Suicide. I think suicide is a alternative to living.
America needs me now more than ever.
Oh, and have you seen that Google commercial about gender equality? Oh my gosh.
No.
No, but
I-
it sounds cancerous.
I have been off of the internet for 48 hours. I don't
Feminism
know what the
doesn't
fuck's
fight
going
for
on.
equality.
There's this ad that I've seen play on YouTube before, and oh my gosh, it's just cancer. It's like promoting gender equality and feminism.
Nah, because gender equality hasn't been reached actually.
Yeah.
So would anyone object if I just started reading out a bunch of random speeches and to try and get criticism?
Okay, sure.
Alright. This one's entitled The International Muslim, Blane's most controversial speech yet. There's also a comma in there. The Muslims are masters at fitting into their surroundings without in any way changing their nature. They are mimics. They have an ideological instinct that senses danger. Read the Quran if you do not believe me. They and their drive for self-preservation usually gives them the proper means, the proper ways and means to escape danger at no risk to themselves or any need for courage. It is difficult to detect their sly and slippery ways. One has to be an experienced student of the Muslim to recognize what is happening. Their response when they have been uncovered is simple and primitive. It displays a propitious shamelessness that is successful because one usually does not think it is possible to be so shameless. The Muslim is a master of the lie. It is permitted in their religion. It's called dawah. Muslims made it part of their political theory through relating dawah to jihad and life, using the concept of dawah in their political agendas. Taken in general, the intertwining of dawah and politics then has been a feature throughout the Muslim history. The practical implications of this have been different in different ages. He is such an expert on twisting the truth that he can tell his innocent opponent the exact opposite of the truth, even on the plainest matter in the world. He does this with such astonishing impudence that the listener becomes uncertain, at which point the Muslim and Islamic deities that he preaches has usually won. Dawah is a system of public deception that, when employed long enough, lames a people both culturally and mentally, and over time strangles any kind of defense. In Europe, they are practicing mimicry. They adjust to the conditions around them slowly, step by step, as to not unsettle or awaken others. They are angry at us for uncovering them. They know we recognize them for what they are. The Quran is a book bent on Western destruction. We all know that Islam isn't a promoter of liberal beliefs, and it is in fact a staunch opponent of liberalism in all its forms. And we all know that Islam is subversive in its nature, and if you didn't, then you're about to. Here are a few verses on subversion straight from the Quran. Quran 1764. Seduce them with your voice and assault them with your cavalry and your infantry. Be a party in their wealth and their children and give them promises. But what Satan promises them is only a delusion. Quran 9:3. Allah and His Messenger are free from liability to the adulterators. Taqiyya is the Muslims' license to lie to infidels in order to camouflage Islam's holy war strategy, jihad, to conquer the world. The strategy mentioned through orders and solicitations in the Quran 3:28 and other Islamic writings and reference applies not to all Western countries and against all infidel people who is not Islamic and therefore seen as a constant threat to Islam. Quran 3:28. Let not the believers take the unbelievers for friends or the companions instead for the believers. If someone does, then you have no contact with Allah. They do not represent Islam anymore, can be killed. Unless Muslims take precautions and plays fake, guard yourselves from them. Which means that Muslims say they are unbelievers, best friends, when in fact they hate them. Western countries are seen as war areas, Dar al-Harb, and it is considered until Islam has taken over the state or region by means of lies, deception, illusion, sedition, riots, infiltration, and damage to weaken the economy, murders, mutilation, oppression, rape, humiliating, etc. This age-old political and ideological fascism works very divisive. And the demobilization of the Western society where Muslims attack on all fronts in our everyday lives. Never forget the magic word Taqiyya, because it is essentially important to understand why misinformed, disillusioned, and insecure classes of the Western world are deceived and deceived time and time again throughout history. An ideology that Islam contains tools that religion, jihad, politics, high birth rates, manipulation, infiltration, planting of conflicting information as needed. History falsification, denial of self-religion, political correctness, self-pity, propaganda, charms offensives, in addition to lying and deception as a main instrument. This is what it's all about, and it includes continued extensive use of lies and deception. In all the times as today, Islam and Muslims take new instruments in their use to achieve that other nations, cultures, and people submit to Islam, both in technology, research, education, and politics, etc. The goal today is the same as it was when Islam was born, that the infidels, Christians, Jews, atheists, Hindus, Buddhists, etc. should be subject to Islam through infiltration, conversion, murder, lying, confusion, dupes, and deception to destroy the other country's culture, history, and achieve Islamization worldwide. In short, these are all ideological methods and tricks permitted to use, and they are increasing in pace and strength with increasing power and demography of the countries they infiltrate and eventually take over and govern with the help of fascism, screeds, genocide, oppression, and slavery. Taqiyya comes from the Quran in Islam, where the word derives from the verb itaiku, meaning protection, in that they deceive, manipulate, and fool the enemies or threats against them by lying, simulations, deception, manipulations, and illusions, to protect and promote Islam by preventing Islam's dirty tricks and intentions to be revealed. This takes place depending on the needs, means, or subversion it is in the win the war against the enemy on all possible fronts, since Western countries are considered war zones, and unbelievers are regarded as enemies of Islam, then all Western countries and their infidel inhabitants is considered as a constant threat to Islam. This provides a license to the constant execution of Taqiyya for Muslims in Western countries. Taqiyya is not only performed as pure lies, deception, and false illusion. In the beginning, where Muslims are few and weak in a state or area, it is performed most often as a passive silence from Muslims. Passive silence which compared with the Western proverb, he who is silent consents, and have great influence on when Muslims frontline soldiers encourage terrorism, like blowing themselves up and others with bombs, while billions of other Muslims do not contradict, denounce, or demonstrate against this. This jihadi agency of subversion was one of the most fascinating and efficient arms of the conquest. In less than 4 decades, the Middle East fell to the Arab Islamic rule, since Arab society was divided again between pagan and Muslim, resulting in nephews and sons killing their uncles and fathers in cold blood. Followed by North Africa and Central Asia, this was the era of hordes like tribal conquests, where barbaric savages invaded pacifist civilians in towns of major civilizations.
Doesn't
The
sound
same
like a religion
scenario.
of peace.
Huh?
Doesn't sound like a religion of peace.
Wait, it doesn't sound like a religion of peace.
No.
Of course
Yeah, that's because
not.
it isn't.
No.
I've got like half a sentence left. The same scenario replayed itself against the Arab Islamic world with the invasion of the Mongolian hordes. There you go, that's all I've got so far.
Oh, is that something you wrote?
Yeah.
Ah. Well, I'd say it sounds well written.
Sounds legit.
Nice.
What's the speech for again?
The speech can be used in many circumstances. It could be considered a campaign speech. It can be considered just a speech against a certain topic. It's meant to be given in large crowds.
Ah. So public speech.
Yeah. So, any criticisms of it? Anything it does particularly well, or?
Well, I didn't get to hear the whole thing because I had to give my dad some yogurt because he's blind and he can't feed himself. So, what I heard of it sounded good. Well, it does reveal an honest account on a criticism towards Islam, an honest statement about Islam.
Yeah, I included quotations from the Quran on purpose in order to dispel any criticism that, oh, that is not real Islam.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And you cited where you got the Islamic verses from, where specifically where in the Quran?
Yeah, I got one from where is it now? 1764, 9:3, and 3:28.
Okay.
So the audience can go look it up and research themselves after the
Good.
speech.
Good. Yeah, that's very good to include into your speech.
I also made sure to include examples of where, Islamization has occurred.
Good. And have you written the logical conclusion of whether Islam would do more harm than good, or vice, and how it is false that it is?
Oh no, because I didn't finish it. I've got like an extra paragraph. However, this paragraph is just completely unrelated. It's about Islamic Marxism.
Why include that?
Because I was planning to like work that in there somewhere, pointing out the similarities between Islamism and Marxism, as they're both collective ideologies and they both rely on everyone following the exact same pattern of thought.
That would be an interesting addition to it, like the comparisons.
Yeah, I could also say in it as well that America fought against communism. Why don't we fight against Islam? like America and the Western world rejected communism because they saw it as the
Yeah.
collectivist ideology that it really was. Why do you not do the same with all other ideology? Tongue. Why don't we do the same with Islam and all these other collectivist ideologies?
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of rejection, I've actually got a different paragraph. It's a different speech. However, it's kind of poorly worked on, but it's like the beginning and of a different speech.
What's this? What's the different speech about?
This one is about the ideological battle between libertarianism and Islam.
Ah.
It also promotes ostracization instead of direct conflict with Islam. Kind of like how Hans Hoppe put it. Just don't fit like apart from without the physical removal, just severe ostracization.
Yeah.
It goes as such. My fellow Americans, we have always been at war with Islam. We shall drive out the barbarian invader, not with military might, for they operate in the shadows. For they wage their war against us in the shadows. No, we shall drive them out using ostracization and economic warfare on a scale never before seen in human history. We do not seek to kill people. We seek to kill the ideas behind these people, the ideas that have caused them and so many other people so much pain and misery. We wish to be the water on the flame that is Islam, the flame that so many people have flown into and died. Our ideological war is not against people, it is against Islam. We shall strike them, we shall strike them, we shall strike them again, back into the dust where these ancient ideas belong. That's all I've got so far.
Well, sounds like quite a strong emotional piece so far.
That's good. Like it's trying to make it's meant to be very very emotive for the audience.
I'll be sure to include facts and examples,
Yeah,
not just a bunch of flowery language. Because faith without facts is fiction.
yeah. The thing is though, the point is that severe economic ostracization and political rejection, political and economic and all these other types of rejection of Islam would lead to it crumbling. So,
Yes.
so hopefully,
I think
once
you might need to point out what needs to be ostracized from Islam to for people to be able to reject it.
just the entire ideology itself, just reject it.
Mm.
Don't do business with them. Just leave them. Just reject it completely.
Yeah, be sure to state why.
Oh yeah. I've like things like that speech. It's planned to be given later in a part of a long campaign, and so that people already know my beliefs, and I would have done plenty of speeches about Islam, covering various things, and so it wouldn't be necessary to cover it. However, I probably will cover it at some point within that speech, once it's more developed.
There's this book.
Yeah.
This guy who used to be Muslim.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. I should find that and give it a read sometime. And then I could tell you
Yeah.
more about it.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, and I'm still on another book to read.
Oh wait, has anyone seen the news about Obama?
What?
Go look in general. That's Obama's mom.
Okay. General. the airstrike one. Is that Gru as Hitler?
Huh?
The one where Pigeon Man posted. Todd posted with Hitler as Gru.
Oh. No. The one I posted is just below that.
Just below that. Okay. So tell us, Obama, is this the reason you never mention your late mother, or is it still just because she was white? Recently discovered racy photos of Ann Dunham. Okay.
It's just funny. Oh, look at the one that I've just posted at the very bottom.
With the SpongeBob one. Yeah, I've seen that.
It's messed up, but it's funny.
Yeah.
I've got like a whole new respect for Saddam Hussein now.
Why?
Just look at the bottom.
Okay.
He trolled them was he's good. He still worked in that last laugh.
What fun.
What?
He's a lord. He saved us. Oh no.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
Okay. Wait, Todd. Look what I just posted.
Oh boy. Oh, I saw that already.
Okay, well I've got to go now. Bye.
And now I'm alone.
Alright. Back again. Did you share that tweet by why be cis when you can be cis? And status dumb comments on Revens?
Yeah.
That needs to go. Yeah, that needed to go there. Blane left. I see. Oh, now it's just us two.
Yeah.
Koi Monster might be on.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've been around when I went over what my friend who's socialist had said?
I didn't hear all of it, but I believe I was there for it.
Hmm. Okay. Um. So other than collecting and finding good memes, what else? And camping. What else have you been up to?
Not much really. It's been a very uneventful week.
I've been busy story writing,
Hmm.
which is why I haven't come up with much of a political related topic, other than that some of that debate. I don't know if I'll be replying to it yet. Like, actually replying to him just yet. Because I know I got stuff to do tomorrow. Been working on a plan on seeking for a part-time job. Someone that I'll contact tomorrow. He has a couple of websites on selling plants, like perennials and annuals and herbs and stuff like that. He hasn't updated his wholesale website in about 5 years, so I'm offering to help him update his catalog and take current pictures of his plants in bloom. And maybe he has a retail store website. He has the wholesale and a retail plant website, so I could offer to help improve that too. Looks like the website could use more pictures to go with the names
Hmm.
and information that he has on there. That's something I could do. I do have experience with managing a website and taking nice photos and uploading them on the website and an organization online. Yep, I'm interested in this opportunity. And my dad and I, we both know this guy. It's just been a while since we heard from him. And also been just looking around at classifieds at other stuff, like any job openings. How about you? Have you been working, or it's just been school and scouts and stuff like that?
Yeah, school and scouts, that's really it.
Oh, okay. So what are you doing? Listening to music?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been listening to music on and off. Some of it as inspiration gathering for the story I've been writing. Gotten into this gaming series again, and as soon as I just started thinking about what an interesting story I could write, like some ideas came to mind, and there was like an interesting character that came to mind, and my friend Camden, who's also into this gaming series, he and I discussed certain ideas and characters, and I've written up to chapter 2. I finished chapter 2 and I got started on chapter 3. I don't know how long the story is going to be. I'm thinking it might be more than one story. I don't know how many. I don't know how many chapters. And it's too soon to tell on a certain point in which the first story will end. But it is interesting. It's an interesting sorcerer character. Got a very interesting villain type character. And I've gotten this one original character, very ordinary, and in this world that the sorcerer guy left her in, well, what he did was suppress a lot of a chunk of her memories, and she sort of already knows about this world, this other universe, but it's just a fiction story in her world, the ordinary world. And she finds herself in a world in which she has trouble remembering things, and she learns that that the fantasy, that the kind of magic, and that it for real exists in fantasy novels and fairy tales, exists in the current world she's in, with two new friends that she's made. And this character,
Interesting.
she has like a positive political philosophy that will be mentioned, because I'm gonna have her ringtone be like the current one that I have, and which is like the beginning 30 seconds of the Black and Yellow ANCAP remix.
Is it really
That's
that
my
funny?
current ringtone.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember when you were trying to make it your ringtone, and I heard it at least 30 times.
Yeah, I was trying to edit it and get it to where I wanted it, and to actually get it to fade out at the end.
I don't know if I'm ever going to change my current profile picture. I kind of like it. I think it's the new me. Also, I believe
Looks like
the
it looks
profile
like
picture-
incognito communist.
incognito. I can give you the full picture of what it looks like.
No, it's fine.
And poof, it's there now.
Yeah, I've seen what your profile it looks like on the profile.
And that's the full image. Oh, and I just noticed it. That's it's the red star of the Soviet Union.
Yep.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
That's why I said, oh, it's incognito communist.
What fun. I can't speak.
And is he like sucking on a lollipop? Or is that a cigarette?
I think it's a cigarette. Yeah, that's a cigarette. Lamau.
Hold on. I got a message. From who? Oh. From you. Oh, I see. Oh, he's holding a cat. And
Yeah.
looks like a beer and gun.
That's what Russia's known for.
Strange picture.
Well, beer and guns, I mean.
Oh, it's a shame the others left. I was willing to help show Boom Kid about the strict gun laws in the U.S. and how California has the strictest gun laws.
Yeah. It honestly makes me sad.
Yep.
Because when I'm able to,
Quality
I
of
will
life,
buy a firearm.
from what I've noticed over there, it's really going down the crapper.
I'm gonna go grab my phone charger real quick.
Alright. Yeah. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
the gates of hell, that we may cut away to heaven.
Oh, I see you're back.
Yeah. Actually, I just remembered something that is gonna be coming up at like Tuesday. Apparently in gym class, fucking gym class. You apparently do a unit on dancing, and probably gonna fucking. I don't want to dance.
You're not much of a dancer.
I fucking hate it.
I'm not much of a dancer either, to be honest.
Yeah, but my friend who's the tallest in our class,
Yeah.
our dancing partners are based on height, and he might have to dance with the tallest girl who's like really fucking ghetto, and it makes me want to. He wants to kill himself, which I can't fucking blame him. I don't know the girl. I don't really want to. I believe I sit next to her in English, and I just try to avoid contact at all costs. Then I'm antisocial. I don't really talk to anyone unless I have to.
You sound very introverted.
I just don't. No, I just don't want to talk to people. I don't like it.
You just don't like interaction with people in real life.
I can do it over the internet because no one will fucking find me. If I do it in real life, I might get the shit beaten out of me if I say something wrong.
Do you get bullied a lot in school?
Not really. I just everyone in my school's like fucking gay as hell. Like I hear rap music, I hear people singing rap music. It's never fucking ending.
Oh,
My
very
school's like
normie
full of
people.
My school's full of fucking jocks, thoughts, and the whole bag of degenerates that no one wants to talk to.
And you haven't seen anyone who's not like that in your classes?
Not really. Matt and I avoid contact. And the few people that I know who aren't like that, I hang around them. I just hang around them. For obvious reasons.
Look, do you have friends in the Scouts?
Yep.
That's good.
They're not all degenerates.
That's good.
Some of them I don't speak to. Mainly newer people.
Okay.
Because they're getting worse and worse.
Yeah, I've looked
But
around.
let's just say they're special.
Special snowflakes.
Not what I was referring to.
Okay.
I'm not joking. They actually act like that.
Well, I don't know anybody in person that's that degenerate, that nonsensical, and doesn't eat Tide Pods. Oh my gosh.
Imagine having someone who's, you know what, I'm just gonna say it, who acts autistic, multiply that by at least 3, and you have basically every new person in the troop.
Yeah. And I think about it at school. I don't think it was as bad as there seems to be in schools. The kind of people that grow up to be such degenerates.
They mainly start off as annoying, and then usually they start off normal, and then they grow into degenerates. No, when I met them, they were just straight up degenerates. I just take one look at them, and I'm like, why were you allowed to live, you waste of a skeleton? Every time I see those people, I think, wow, this is where our race is headed. And it kind of makes me sad that I actually have to deal with that almost daily.
I think the worst, the kind of people that I've had to put up with when I went to school were really immature dudes who liked to throw things across the classrooms.
I have that at my school. Kids being disrespectful just because they fucking can.
Yeah.
And then they instantly go to, once they get in trouble, what did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. And they say it's because the teacher doesn't like them. And it instantly makes me look around and say, am I the only one who sees this retardation?
Yeah, just think of how much it costs to deliberately dumb down people in schools. Oh my gosh.
It cost me a good bit of my sanity and
Yeah.
faith in the human race.
But actual money costs. It costs so much to actually train people, brain train people to be this dumb.
Or, they could have just been born that way.
Hmm.
You never know. I'm going to assume, I'm just gonna blame it on the school and say it's the school's fault. Just so I have someone to fucking blame from...
Well, where statism really starts from the beginning, it starts at home. Depends on how authoritarian the parents are.
My parents aren't really that authoritarian.
That's good. My parents haven't been either. Been very lenient towards my upbringing. They weren't like, they didn't poke their nose into my business. Gave me my space.
Same here. Like, did I ever tell you at the time, remember when I, jacked a kid up against the wall because, he wouldn't stop fucking putting shit on my tray when I clearly voiced displeasure? School gave me a fucking, Saturday or Friday detention, which I had to stay for, an hour or 30 minutes, I forget fucking which.
Mm-hmm.
And, parents didn't do jack shit. Because I was in the right.
So they didn't stick up for you?
No, with the school, I don't think my mother wanted to. I don't think she wanted to really get involved with school, but once she heard the story, she knew I was in the right.
Oh, I remember this one time in high school, there was this girl that was bullying me. I think, um, I think she annoyed me and frustrated me a great deal when, she, smacked me on the back with her binder or something. I forget what she did exactly, but it just got to a point where I just got upset and I just had to report to someone. I talked to one of the administrators of the high school. And I think her locker, and I think from that on, her locker wasn't near mine anymore or something.
I never had that problem. Mainly because in the lockers, I just try to open it as quickly as possible and get out.
Mm-hmm.
With lockers, for me, it's a one-track mind. Get my stuff, leave.
The worst, for me in schools was just, the projectile throwers. Did not like it at all. Like, in middle school, when someone threw popcorn at my hair, didn't like it at all. In high school, in which someone threw some chewed gum at my hair. And, it was, during final exams, and I was, taking the English final exams, I didn't notice until, later on, until someone threw a sticky lollipop at me. And it stuck to my hair.
See, I've never had to deal with people throwing shit at me. It was mainly, to each other. I remember in 7th grade, it was, first period, at algebra first period, and there were these two fucking kids, chucking a whiteboard eraser across the fucking room to each other. Teacher didn't notice until later. And I just looked at them I looked at both of them are you fucking retarded? What? Why? Why are you wasting your fucking time with this? Oh, and then there was a time where we had a sub in, And this is when I actually, like, fucking hated math. She, apparently, the peop kids in the classroom were just being fucking disrespectful. I was actually getting my work done, and I just ignored everyone else and just did my
Yeah.
work. When my normal teacher came in, he made all of the boys write like a fucking apology letter, like, and he said we had to write it. I forget how many times, and I just looked at him like, "Are you fucking joking?" I actually look. I didn't want to make it seem. I made it seem like I was doing nothing. Like I looked at him and said, or I looked at him as like, are you joking? Is
Hmm.
this real? Will I have to do this?
Well, you did what? You did the schoolwork, and you didn't act. You didn't misbehave like the
I
rest of them.
Yeah, every guy in the classroom, whether he had proof or not, had to do it.
Yeah.
She could have listed names of people who did it, because that's what substitutes at my school normally do. So not
Yeah.
everyone's fucking punished. So when I came into class the next day, I'm like, okay, nothing wrong. I didn't do anything. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fucking fine. And then God just fucking slapped me and said, "Fuck you."
Hmm.
Like it
Rude.
actually,
So
like,
rude.
and after I heard that, I'm like, is the teacher a fucking feminist? Does she just hate men? Did she just hate the guys in our class? Even the ones that didn't fucking associate with her at all? I didn't stay angry about it. I just said, yeah, it's over now. I don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And then I went on with my day.
Good. Yep. I know. On that day, like during English final exam, after I got the lollipop, sticky lollipop out of my hair, and just got out. I'm done. Finally done with this class. Finally. And I didn't care if I said it out loud.
Yeah, that's me with the fucking PSSAs. Oh, it makes me want to hang myself. Because it's essentially sick, like a few days or maybe a week, I don't fucking know,
The
of
same
me
doofuses.
sitting at a desk, scribbling in answers that I don't give a shit about. 90% of the
And the
time,
same.
after I'm done with it, I just doze off.
And one of the same doofuses in that same English class. It was like 10th grade. One of them threw a pocket-sized hardback at my face, and that hurt.
A pocket-sized what?
Hardback book. Hit me right in the face.
Why? I get it, they want to be an asshole, but that's just taking it too far.
Yeah.
To be fair, if someone actually did that, I'd probably get up and fucking smack them. I don't care if I'd get suspended. I actually wouldn't care. Once I tell my parents the story, they'll probably let me get off scot-free. Because, to be fair, they technically threw the first punch, and I did nothing wrong, so...
Yeah.
Every man has his breaking point. Like, if you throw, like, fucking, like, candy
Every man
wrappers...
and woman have their breaking points.
If you throw, like, fucking candy wrappers at me or shit like that, I won't give a shit, because... I don't know, I can just throw it away. But if you throw a fucking book at me, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. Guy or girl, I don't care. Well, then again, if I hit a girl, the feminists will try to find my location.
Yeah.
But then again, there's a gun right upstairs, so I guess if they start assaulting me, you know, father will grab the gun and probably shoot one of them, and legally, we'd be in the right. So, I like how we instantly go to the worst case scenario.
Yep, so... Yeah, 10th grade partially sucked because of those doofuses in the English class.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. And that, and the time where, I took childcare development. It was like second class, and then I had to, oh, it was the first class I had to do that baby think it over project. Oh my gosh. I'm glad I didn't have to put through it for all whole days, and I did as I was supposed to do with this baby that would like cry at certain times. I had to stick this key in or something like that, and wait until like the noise would go off and the baby would stop crying. And I lost some sleep that night because of that doll. Yeah, I did not like that project at all.
My parent, I would actually try to avoid that class if at all possible.
Mm-hmm.
I have trouble fucking waking up in the morning, but waking up to a fucking fake baby crying, that's just going to fuck up my sleep schedule even worse than it already is. Like, I remember in 6th grade, like, I actually fell asleep in second period. And my second period was fucking English. And I'm like, I want to fucking die. The class was so fucking boring. And 90% of the shit I forgot. Like, the only thing I remember from English class is how to construct a fucking sentence and how not to be dumb. And in my current English class,
I remember in high school English, I had to write a research paper, and it was an interesting topic on movies, like the 80s movies versus the sort of movies of today, like comparisons and differences.
I'd have to say, the 80s was better. Especially with the new release, the new fucking Ghostbusters. That was an atrocity.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I haven't seen it, but I have heard it is bad.
I just don't like that they had the audacity to just change well-known characters into. They had to do an all-female cast. You couldn't have just made a mixture of male and females and make them, like, I probably could have thought of a better script in my fucking sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I'm partially tired now, and I could think of a better fucking script.
I think a major movie disappointment for me. Well, I did not actually see this movie, but I've heard and seen a great deal about it on the modern take on Death Note.
Death Note?
Yeah.
I thought that was an anime. Yeah, it's a fucking anime.
Yeah, but someone well, it's been like on, I think it was like a Netflix type thing. It was a movie remake, live action remake, modern day, and it's just awful. So disappointing. So it definitely deviates away from how good the original storyline, both anime and manga, are.
Didn't they do one with Attack on Titan? Like, I've seen it, and it's fucking bad. Like, the show was bad, but they somehow, the movie was somehow worse. Like, in the show, they don't have fucking cars. They live inside they live inside 3 fucking walls. I don't remember the names of them, because I don't give enough of a fuck. Movie? No fucking horses. No carriages. Fucking cars. The Titans look fucking horrifying, which they originally were, but it was somehow fucking worse. Like, it haunted my dreams. I I don't want to watch it. I never will. I'd rather
Um,
fucking kill myself.
Well, after seeing a couple of honest reviews of that current Death Note movie, no thanks. I will pass. I won't see that movie.
This is why you leave anime alone. You'll just make it even worse.
Well,
People
you
who are
could
planning to make a movie.
you could do like a better remake or something like that of the series, but just respect the original and like don't do something so stupid to mess up
Source
with the original.
material.
George Orwell, the prophet of Orwellian times, has arrived. I wonder if he wants to join us.
Who? Wait, who?
George Orwell, who just posted a meme in general.
Oh, I see. That guy.
Oh, I've seen that.
That would be every feminist. I can't comprehend it.
Trying to think of another current movie that's just a disappointment from the original. Yeah, I got a bunch of anime and manga. I just don't know when I'll get back into them again. I don't know. I might reread what I have of this manga series called Durarara. It's got like really interesting characters in it, like a biker Dualahan chick that's missing her head, and her horse. In modern times it shifted into a motorcycle, but still whinnies like a horse. And there's this one villain in it whose personality is very sociopathic, troll like personality, inspired for personality of the villain that I've been started writing about in my story. And this one character in Durarara, Isaiah Orihara, it was some years ago when I was like into writing stuff with others called roleplay writing, and I wrote out my own interpretation of Isaiah, and that was fun. It was a very interesting character to write out in my own take, and at the time I also wrote as the book's version of Dexter Morgan. I've always liked those books more by Jeff Lindsay, rather than the series. I liked the series up to a point where it just got too much of a mind fuck. Really deviated away from what made Dexter good. Yeah, I think it was somewhere in the middle of season 7. And just got too weird. I'm like, nope, not watching this show anymore. Yeah, I think it was, something about, the dark passenger side to Dexter Morgan's character, and I thought, well, Isaiah, what would his dark passenger be like? And then I wrote about it. And that just made my own interpretation of this manga character more interesting. I don't know if I will feature anything like a dark passenger for my original villain. Probably not, because I already got a whole lot of other stuff planned and written down for what I'd like to write out. Or it might not at all happen that way, because when I'm like writing stories, it seems like the characters sort of have minds of their own, and something sometimes happens in a way that it's really cool, and I haven't really expected it. I was like, oh wow, this is cool. I like this. Yeah, I've enjoyed writing for so long. I first started writing when I was like 9 years old, but I got really good in like senior year at high school. Before that, it was just like sappy, corny stories.
Hmm.
Weren't really well written. It was just mostly sappy, mostly corny. I guess Koi must have forgot that I'm doing an AncapistaniLounge. She's playing a game. Oh well. I hope she doesn't forget about the gaming stuff that she wants to do on her birthday, which is the 14th of this month. I think she would enjoy board game online. Remember that?
I remember that. Very long time, very long ago, but I vaguely remember it.
It was that random online board game thing.
Oh, now I remember.
Yeah. I did that for my birthday live stream. That was so fun.
Ah, now I remember. Now I remember. Ah, that was a fun time.
Yeah. Should do that again sometime. Or just arrange for like a different game.
I'm currently having a conversation with my friend. Apparently he saw a Smash 5 release. When he was watching the trailer, he fucking screamed during it, scaring the shit out of everyone in his house. And he got yelled at.
uh I think I'll end the recording here. Just run out of stuff to think about, so well, thanks for whoever was whenever this gets uploaded. Thanks for everyone who watched the for tuning in. Whatever, I thought it was somewhat entertaining, and thanks to everyone who stopped by for a while. Like during the beginning, it was just me for a while, and I was just going through my Twitter feed just for memes and stuff, and just commenting on them. And then Anarchist Pineapple came. Well, anyway. Later, peeps.